Update time for the 75 gallon. Welcome. So I had been reading about some dosing and I saw some information on vinegar dosing. I didn't read too much. I was just like, yeah, I want to do that. I came downstairs and I did some vinegar dosing. That was not so great. Fish started like floating. I didn't lose any fish. I don't know how. I dropped them in my 10-gallon quarantine tank that I keep running. And I lost most of the coral. Lost a lot of the zoas that I started collecting at that time. This happened back in July, I think. Anyway, about 2 months before I started seeing the pods come back and some good growth, I did some major water changes, of course, immediately. But regardless, I learned a lesson. There, as one guy, Dustin, in Knoxville mentioned to me, DU fish at on Reef to Reef. He said if you can't test for it, don't put it in your tank. I'm like, that's a good recommendation. So anyhow, over the past month, I've kind of worked hard to find folks like Dustin or other guys I can find to buy frags from. So I've also, since the last update, I've added this corris wrasse, the yellow corris. Just added him about 2 days ago. Got him at the coral reef. I wanted a wrasse because I'm gonna try to add quite a few coral over the next year, since the tank's a year old now, and I thought I need a wrasse to help fight some pests. Corris wrasse was, sure, yeah, it's inexpensive, but it's supposed to be pretty reef safe, it's supposed to be pretty peaceful. However, we've got the dotty back, that bicolor dotty back, or orchid dotty back as some people call him, and he just isn't happy. The corris wrasse looks too much like him. In retrospect, I should have spent a few more dollars and purchased the larger corris. However, he's doing pretty good. He's holding his own. He does kind of tend to hold to this right side of the tank, but so it goes for him. Picked up a Duncan. It's got 4 heads on it, I think, and it's starting to grow a 5th. I also picked that up from DU Fish, Dustin, there in Knoxville. Also picked up a single head Duncan from Trav. I can't remember who it was. On Reef to Reef. No, it wasn't Trav. It was another guy. But it was single head. And I picked up from him the red Monty that's over on the rocks just below the Duncan. And there's, can't hardly see it, there's a frag kind of hanging right above those mushrooms there, and that's a green Monty. Those aren't looking too good. They had some pests on them, and I had to dip them, of course, in some Bayer. They came out of that Bayer not looking too good. I'm not sure. That was the first time I'd used that. Kind of followed some online stuff, and maybe it was a little too much, maybe too strong. I'm not sure. It did knock off some flatworms though. I saw them in the bottom of the cup when it was all done. But over the past few months, I've sold a couple frags of GSP. I sold some Cato. Craigslist has been good for that in a way. I also picked up a shrimp, pistol shrimp. So a lot of this crushed oyster is moved around because of him. Picked up a rock a week ago or so, and he was under there. He's good good looking, healthy, and all, but he does not want to be seen. And he's also not pairing with the oyster goby. It's over on the rock there to the left. I've seen a little bit of like mating action out of the two clowns there, the two black and white ocellaris. I'm hoping that that'll eventually happen. At one time I tried a condi anemone without reading anything, it was cheap. I was like, yeah, I'll go with that. It looks pretty. It's got purple tips. They did not like that thing at all. And then I found out that they don't, those anemone don't host. So, anyway, that anemone was a mess. It kept getting caught in the power head. Eventually got shredded by the power head. Tank went completely cloudy. Had to run carbon for a while. It was interesting. Things I've added at this point, I've got a temperature sensor. It's an ambient weather, and I can actually get my temperature on the tank from anywhere through that. Got it connected to my Google Assistant. That's been serving me well. Picked up a smart outlet strip, so I control the skimmer, refugium, light, and my top-off pump. So I added a top-off pump. The thing is, with the top-off pump, I don't have a sensor, so what I do is I have it run for like 60 seconds, and that's good for the day. Or I can run it for 30 seconds in the morning, 30 seconds in the evening. And I found a way to do that without me. It's automated, it runs every day, runs for 30 seconds, and that's good. Found a way to do that with some commands through Google Assistant and routines. You kind of just turn on pump, and then you run 2 or 3 routines, and then turn off pump. So far it's been reliable for me. I'm still closely monitoring that. That's about it. This is not a very big update. And just hanging in there with this. It's not been an easy year. It's been fun watching the fish. I love seeing the fish. I love watching the corals grow too. I love checking in on them. But in the coming months, I'm going to be getting into some dosing of magnesium. I'm still dosing pickling lime in my top-off water, which I feel like is going well, but I'm going to be moving into the magnesium, kind of see how that dotty back is just being a pain right now. I'm hoping this will just be the case for a couple days where he's pushing into this corner of the tank. And this is only the second day the corris wrasse is out, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. We'll see how it goes though. Otherwise, thanks for watching.